My name is Mark Brown, and I am from Dhahran, Saudi Arabia. And I just bought a brand new condo in Rosarito Beach, Mexico, which I found over the internet on Baja123. Their website was the only site I found in Mexico that had all the listings for all of Mexico and had all the information I needed. I didn't have to register. It was very easy to use, very informative, lots of pictures. It was fast, and so I began a search all over Mexico for the ideal beachfront condo. And originally I was looking in Cabo San Lucas, and I couldn't find what I wanted on the beach there. So I started looking elsewhere in Mexico, and I found this picture of this beautiful place in Rosarito Beach. And I said, that's what I want, because I want to be right on the beach. I want to be in a new unit. I want to have full ocean view, and I want it in the price range I want. So once I found this picture, I sent an email to Baja123, and that's how I met Zinnia Quezada, who is my real estate agent, and she's done a fantastic job for me. So everything I did on this, I did over the internet using the Baja123 site. I'd never been to Rosarito Beach in my life. I'd never been to Cabo San Lucas in my life. But I just started working with Zinnia, and it worked out perfectly because she was a really, really good real estate agent. I mean, in order to find somebody this good basically by chance over the internet was really amazing. So Zinnia and I had a long journey on this, finding this condo. The first one I was interested in was a resale, and sold a couple hours before Zinnia and I got in touch with each other. And then we started working on another one, and we're in the Jolla Real development. And she started doing the work with the developer. This is a developer's unit, and she negotiated everything for me, and she got the very best deal that anybody'd ever gotten in this development. And we were doing the due diligence and following up, and at the last minute we found that this property had a lien on it that couldn't be released. And so we backed out of that deal. And then Zinnia, so she protected my interests very, very well. And then we started again, and she walked this entire property to find me the next best unit from the developer, and one with no lien on it. And that's how I ended up in this unit. And then basically Zinnia did everything for me. You know, she helped me with the decor. She helped me, in everything I needed here in Rosarito. But more importantly, she worked with the developer to make sure everything was just right. She did the walkthrough. She found all the defects, made sure all the defects were repaired, so that I have a perfect unit. I just can't tell you how good a job she did for me, considering that up until the first couple of months I'd never met her. We were doing all this through email and telephone. I picked Mexico because I wanted a beachfront property, and I'd looked around in other countries and islands, and I decided I didn't really want to be in an island. And the property prices were about the right range for what I was looking for. And I knew Mexico, and I know that people say that Mexico is unsafe, but honestly, I did my research on the State Department, U.S. State Department website, and I found out that they assess every state in Mexico, and the threat warning here in Baja California North is the exact same as the threat warning in Saudi Arabia that the State Department has, and I know how safe I feel there, and so I said, I think I'll be safe here. And I really did the research. I did a lot of research on the crime situation, and I felt very comfortable to buy this. And the ownership method that you have here in Mexico with the bank trust worked well enough for me. You know, there's wrinkles everywhere you go in ownership for foreigners of beach property. So this one was, I was comfortable with that legal structure that was available. And honestly, Zinnia held my hand the whole way and made me comfortable. I noticed that the contract here is both in English and Spanish, and only the Spanish prevails. And I started looking through the contract, and my Spanish is not great, but it was good enough that I realized that the Spanish wasn't even accurate in the contract from the developer. And Zinnia helped me with the translation. We worked through to make sure my legal interests were protected appropriately. Yeah, I'd say don't be worried about it. I mean, there's parts of Mexico that are very dangerous, and there's parts of Mexico that are very safe. And a lot of these resort areas are quite safe. The other thing that helped me here is my residence in the United States is in Phoenix. So Rosarito was ideal for me because I can drive from Phoenix anytime I want. And then I can actually cross back across the border to San Diego or Los Angeles anytime I want, whether that's for healthcare or shopping or anything else that I don't feel like I can find in Rosarito, which I haven't found yet. You know, there's a Home Depot, a Walmart, and that was another big thing for me, was to have a few of those anchor stores and anchor restaurants that maybe I'm not going to get in the Virgin Islands or wherever else, so that I knew I could buy the things I needed to buy to furnish and to continue to live here. So that was another kind of selling point for me. Well, I mean, initially it was the website, quite frankly. It was just having that really good website, and that website then led me to using Baja123. And in an agent, I wanted somebody that spoke English well and that, you know, was reliable, that did what they said they would do when they said they would do it, and, you know, that I could have communication with easily, because I was doing this all from overseas. You know, I'd never set foot in Rosarito. So I had to have somebody reliable, and Zinnia was very reliable, made me feel comfortable. She spoke English, and I could tell that she was working really hard to get me the best deal. You know, she did the extra step. There was times where I was like, I'm ready, and she's, no, we got to do this, we got to do this, we got to do this. You know, just hold off a couple more weeks, I'm going to get you a better deal. So it was very easy to become comfortable that I had the right realtor. And like I said, it was by chance, but it worked out really, really, really well. And I couldn't be happier. I would recommend Zinnia to anybody. I'd recommend Baja123 to anybody. I think you'll get a really, and the other thing is Zinnia put me in touch with other people like title companies and cable and everything else. So she's really helped me from soup to nuts, you know, not just with a real estate transaction, you know, but she's also, it's not part of her normal job, but she's put a few tenants forward to me and things like that. So I really felt comfortable the whole way through.